Hi, it's time for another math easy solution. Here to discuss, well, basically I'm going to go over a 10-pin bowling calculator that I made in Excel. I did an earlier video on 10-pin bowling. You can see that in the video link below. But basically, I just want to quickly recap the rules and also show the Excel file. And you can also download it right here on this link or in the description of this video. Just a simple Excel program I made. So basically, let's recap on the rules. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but it's basically 10-pin bowling rules. You get 10 frames with 10 pins in each frame. Then you have 2 bowls to knock down all pins in each frame, and a strike is knocking down all in your first throw. You get 10 points plus points from the next 2 throws. Here, this is the key here. And the spare is knocking down all pins in 2 throws, and then you get basically 10 points plus points from the next 1 throw, or just 1 throw. The other one is 2. And a strike in the 10th frame gets 2 extra throws, and then points from the 2 extra throws are not added to the initial striker. So if you get a striker, then you get, so then this points from 2 extra throws. Since you don't have an 11th frame, you just get 2 extra throws in the 10th frame. And also a spare in a 10th frame gets 1 extra throw. So same idea as the getting a one throw, getting points from the next throw. But since there is an 11th, you just get an extra throw. And yeah, so points are not added to this to the 10th frame, to the spare in the 10th frame. So you just add them separately here. You can see examples on this in my earlier video on bowling scoring systems. Basic examples that I go through by hand. It's pretty useful. Just click on this link, or also in the video link in the description. Yeah, right now here's the bowling scoring system, the 10-pin one that I made. It looks something like this right now, and just note that I have it locked, so you can't click anything except these green, and you can only input an input on these. I made this so you don't make any mistakes, but you could change this by just going review, unprotect sheet. Just go on protect sheet, type in password. I have it at MES, just math easy solutions. So basically now you could click on anything you want. You could edit this and etc. So basically, so to get a perfect game, you just put an X, and then if you want to get a spare, you could just put, let's say, 9, and then you put this as a slash. It's a backward slash, so not the other way. Otherwise, you're gonna get a. I don't have a program for that. So this will be wrong answer if you do it the other way. So you do. Yeah, so if you put in the this one backward slash doesn't work, so just put the forward one in like that, and then that counts as a spare. So you get 280 if you get a spare. Again, if you get a perfect game, it's a 300. So I have it right here, score if there is no X or no spare. So if let's say if you had an 8 and let's say a 1, then it just adds up to 9. And this is so I have these only if, so that you can see these if statements. If it's a spare, you add 10 plus your next throw, etc. You could look into this more in depth, but just trust me, it works. So if you just have no spare strike, the points go in here, and then this frame score is just a sum of whatever this is. Every time you have any points in here, it's only going to go into one of these rows here. Either score if there's a spare, score if there's a strike, or score if there is no spare or strike here. So then you could double check this by just putting 1 and a spare on every single one to see what you get. So yeah, if you put in 1 and a spare in every single one, even the last, yeah, so this last 10th one, this just adds up whatever your points were right here. So this one is points if there is no spare, you just, or strike, well, it's just the first bowl by itself, so you get 1 point here, and then there's a spare right here, so then you're going to get 9 from this alone, because remember, you don't because these two together is a 10, and then also then you get a 1 here. This is your next throw, and you don't add these up, so this doesn't become 10. Because as you can see, these ones here, if you add, if it's a spare, so you got a 10 here, plus 1. It's 10 plus 1. So if this was, let's say, a 9, this should be, this should be 19. So let's put a 9. So that's 19. So that's the idea. You just add the next one. If I modify this one, only this will change to a 19, because you're adding 10 plus 9, but not this. If this was, let's say, an X, so if this was an X, let's just put this as 1. As you can see here, you get this one's going to be right now, you get a 20 points here because you get 10 plus 1 plus 9 here. This next throw is a 9 to get a spare, so you get a 10 here. If this was an X, so now you're going to get 21 because 10 plus 1. Let's just make this an X as well. So then you're getting, add these two, it's just 30 here. So, or if it's a 9, you're going to get a 29. on this one here, and then this one adds as well. So as you can see, it's like a recursive method here. Well, that's all for it. You can play around with these right here. Now, also remember, getting your first throw higher is better than getting the other one higher. For example, if you get 1 then a spare, you're gonna get 110 score. But if you had these all as a 9 and a spare, so because you're adding the next first throw for a spare, so you're gonna get a higher value. So this is going to be the highest. You get 190. Even if you got spares on all of them, you're going to get 190 versus 110. Well, that's all for today. Remember, you can download this Excel program, the link below, and also you can also download these notes in the Dropbox link below as well. That's all for today. Stay tuned for another math easy solution.